and welcome back. In this section, we would be building an whiteboard application where you can choose a specific color of your choice and the width or the thickness of the brush size, and you can draw anything up on this whiteboard application. If you want to clear it, you can just use this clear and it would be cleared. So it's a very simple application with a minimal use of widgets, which we know it's label, then this button, and then the scale is a widget, which is nothing. It's a slider, and then we have this clear button. This is a canvas. Canvas is a nothing. It's an imaginary surface where we draw or we include images on this. And this section, which is the bottommost section, it is a frame which controls or which holds all these widgets. It is organizing. All of these widgets are organized over here in a very surreal manner. Okay, so let's get started with this application. The very first thing which I have done is I have imported a couple of libraries. If you see, this Tkinter is the main one, and then we have the submodule which is TTK, and ask color method we need to get it from this color chooser in order to get this color, get this full dialog box of color so that user can pick any color of their choice. The very first thing we have to do is we have to create a main window. So let's write this, create a main window. I need to instantiate my Tkinter module, which is tk.tk, and then I would be giving the title root.title, and here the title would be whiteboard application. Whiteboard application. Create a canvas to draw on. Second thing is, on the top level window, you have to create a canvas to draw on. Okay, so canvas equal to tk.canvas, and I should have my root. Then I should set my color. So color would be definitely white since I'm dealing with whiteboard application. If you want to go with proceed with black, you can just keep it black. And here I would also specify my height and width. Width would be 400, height being also equal, which is 400. I need to display it, so I would be using canvas.pack. And here I want this to occupy both the axes, so I would be giving the fill as both with an expansion of true. So here I should set this to true. Once I'm done with this canvas, I need to make use of this events. So Tkinter application, what happens with this is events can be any key presses or mouse operations which we do. That is called events. So over this, like in this whiteboard application, we are actually using mouse drag to draw something over here. Provides a mechanism to let the user draw something with the help of mouse. Okay, now the specific event which we would be using is the motion one. So mouse would be moved with a mouse button being held down. So to be more specific, left is B1 motion, middle is B2 motion, and right is B3 motion respectively. So we would be making use of B1 motion with the help of bind method. So let's quickly do it. I would be using canvas.bind, and here I would be just giving this B1 motion very quickly. So it should be B1 motion. In this way you need to give. And now here you should be calling this function. Right now my widgets, since my widgets are not organized, so I won't go with the functionality. Okay, I need to create a frame. Create a frame to hold the controls. Okay, let's name this as control frame. Control frame equal to ttk.frame. And it would be having root as a parameter. Control frame, then I need to display it control frame dot pack, and here side would be bottom because it should occupy at the bottommost position with an expansion along x-axis. So here I would be giving this fill as x. And now I should have this color selector. So let me create a color selector. Create a color selector. Okay. So I would be giving this color label equal to ttk label it should have my control frame, and then I should have appropriate text. So text would be color, and then a font size. So for labeling, I am giving the font size as 20 with the font style being stencil. Okay, so stencil, and then I would have my size. So let's say size is 20. I need to display it, so I would be using color label dot pack with the side being left side, and here I would be using a paddy along x and y both. So padx5, pady5. If the user is not choosing any specific color, then the default color would be my black. So that's what I have to specify, provided I give a data type to it, so that later I can set the color. So this would be black, default one. Now I need to have this button, color button equal to tk dot button. It should be displayed on control frame. Text should be choose color with the font being Lucida. So for button, I am choosing this Lucida as a font, okay, with the size of 10, and then it should be bold. And I would have this BG color also, so I should specify BG as light blue. I need to display it, so color button dot pack side would be my left, and then appropriate padding, which would be 5 each. I need to have this brush size selector. So create a brush size, which means the thickness or the width of the brush. Okay. So that would be done. Firstly, we'll make a label of it. So scale label equal to ttk dot label. Here the very first parameter is my control frame. Text would be something called brush size. Okay. With the font, so I'll quickly pick up this font and I will just paste it over here, and it should work. Scale label, we have the scale label. I need to display it, so I would be using this pack, and this pack side would be left with an appropriate padding of 5 each. So let me show you actually how it looks. So I would be just quickly using this event loop, and then if we see, all my widgets should be perfect right up in the place. So see, this is how it should start coming up. Okay. Now once my scale label is ready, the second thing which I have to do is I have to take care about my slider through which you can set up the width or thickness of the brush. Now that widget name in Tkinter is called scale. Okay, so I have to use the scale equal to, I need to create an instance of it. This is my constructor method. It should be displayed on control frame, and from would be my, this is the minimum thickness you can have. Let's say it starts from 1, and then this 2, it should be till 50. So we can get this flexibility to have this maximum width of 50, and that should be oriented in a horizontal way. So I should be giving this as horizontal. Once I'm done with this, I need to have this border width. So let's say my border width is around 5, okay, and then I would have my font as 10. This is what I need. I will quickly pack it. So scale dot pack, and here side would be my left with an appropriate padding. Now this time I don't want equal top and bottom padding. I would give this 5,27 so that everything comes up in a single line. And then I last widget is my clear button. Clear button. Okay. So I would be just giving this clear button equal to tk.button. Let's give it as tk button. Control frame text would be my clear, and then I would have this font actually for all the buttons I have kept this Lucida, so I'll be quickly copying it and pasting it over here. Okay, I would also have my BG background color, so I'll quickly do this as well so that every widget labeling is in the same color. Okay, I need to pack it, so clear button dot pack side would be my right, and then this PADX would be 5 with top and bottom padding also being 5. And then this is the main loop. So let's see how my widgets are coming up. So yeah, this is how it should come up. Okay, now I should add functionality to this shoes color as well as clear, and then this brush size and everything, whatever we have. Okay, so very first thing is I should be able to paint first of all. Okay, now the place where we have used this event here, I should call a method. Let's say my method is paint. Okay, now this paint method definition would be on the top. So right after here, just create this function by giving the name as paint. Now paint should take event as a parameter, and then I should have this starting coordinate, ending coordinate. This is how you should be able to draw something. Okay, so here I need to draw a line on canvas. Draw a line on canvas. Now how you should be drawing? You should be drawing with the help of, you should be aware about your start and end coordinate. So x and y is event dot x, comma event dot y. And this is how you should have your end coordinates. Let's say x2 comma y2, which would be event x plus 3 or 1. Let's say I'm giving this 1. I would let you know how you can increase the visibility by setting up the higher scalar values. Okay, but for the time being, let's keep it to 1. Okay, and then I would be using this line method in order to draw a line. So for this we have canvas create line, and then I would have my start and end coordinates. Fill should be nothing, it is the color which I would be fetching. So color dot get is the method through which I can fetch the color whatever user is choosing up, and then I should be fetching up my width also whatever user is setting up on the scale. This is how we should do. Okay, now coming to the explanation part, what happens is this x1 and x1 y1 are nothing, it's the mouse events x and y coordinates. So event is a parameter that has been passed into the function containing this code, and it represents the mouse click or drag event on the canvas. Event.x plus 1 and event.y plus 1, it is used, it is likely done to make the line appear more visible, since a line with the same starting and ending coordinates would be invisible. That's why it has been used. So more you increase the numbers, the more visibility you would be getting. Okay, and this create line method, it is used by taking the starting coordinates and the ending coordinates. It specifies the color of the line. So this color dot get specifies the color of the line, which is obtained from the color picker, and width parameter, it specifies the slider which we are getting in the input from the scale or from that slider widget. Okay, now once I'm done with it, I would need the second functionality to clear things. Once I'm able to paint, I need to clear it also. So over here, give the command in this clear button, give this command of clear. So you're calling this clear canvas. Let's say my function name is clear canvas. I'm calling it over here. I need to define it. Okay. So right on the top, I would be just defining. So here, I would be just giving this clear canvas, and here it should clear the canvas. Okay. So canvas dot delete and it should delete everything. Let's say all. Okay. Once I'm done with it, I need to have this functionality of change color. So the button which is taking the charge of this color picker, here I have to add a command to it, and command would be change color. Okay. I would quickly pick up this one, and this is how you should create a function for this change color. So yeah. Now here you should change the color. You should be able to change the color of the brush. Let's say my variable name is new color. So I would be using this method of ask color. And here you should fetch that color. Color dot get. And this color, if you just print it, let's say I'm just printing and showing it to you how it comes. Let's say I am picking a color of my choice. So this dialog box is coming. I have chosen this one. If you see, this color is coming in two formats. It is an RGB format, and then we have this hex color code format. Okay. All of these two things are contained in a tuple. This is my 0th index, and this is my first index. So I have to use this first index to set that specific color. So here I would be just giving 1, so that it can use the hex color code to draw something with that specific color. Okay. Now, if user has chosen a specific color, if my new color appears to be true, then only my color should be set to that specific color. So here I would be just using color dot set and set that new color. That's all. I think it should work. So let me use it. Let me set this width to 7, and then I am picking up this colors hence, and yeah, I should be able to draw something, and then you can use this clear. Now coming to this, if you see, this drawing is this, whatever lines I'm creating, it's kind of invisible, right? So here you can increase the scalar value to make it more visible, to make it more effective, and with same width only you would be seeing the effect, what other effect you're getting. Okay. Now this is more visible. So this is how you can play around with it. You can write something, whatever you want, and you can clear it up. Second thing is, if you want to make this whiteboard application to some other color, let's say I want to make it to black. In that case, the name should be blackboard application. So I would just quickly change this color, and it would be coming down to be black. That looks more good. For me, my personal choice, this one looks more good. I would just take up this color with the specific width, and yes, I can draw anything, whatever I want. I hope you enjoyed this application. Thank you.